yeah, just a little bit about my particular bike, the ZX12R. This is a 2005 B4 model. And I wanted one for years and years and years. I mean, my last bike before this one was the Kawasaki ZX12R 1100, and I've had many Kawasaki's over the years, GBZ 1100, B1s, B2s, Lawson replicas. But I'd always hankered after one of these, so yeah, I went out and purchased this one. It took me about 8 months to find it, the one that I wanted. Not necessarily in the colour scheme that I originally wanted. I wanted the, they say black and gold, but it's not black, it's like a midnight blue, extremely dark metallic blue. But unfortunately I couldn't find one in that particular colour in this sort of condition. I knew what I was looking for, and when this one came up, well, I took to the colour and automatically, this is a beautiful colour. I have toyed with the idea of stripping the black wheels and possibly have them gold, but looking at it now with the contrast of the blue, I actually like the look of the black wheels. But what I am going to do is something that I particularly like, especially with the Kwacks, is I'm going to get the outer rim stripped and polished, so it'll be black in the middle of both rims, and highly polished outer rims, which should contrast nice with the black tyres, and also the obviously I'll be losing the ZX12R decals on the rims, which I'm not particularly fussed about, to be honest, although they do look particularly nice on the wheels at the moment. Anyway, going back to this particular bike, 2005 B4, originally restricted to 186 mile an hour. Well, that no longer exists on this particular bike. It's running a Power Commander 3. It's been flashed. It's sort of running the full acropovic map for the full titanium header system and the carbon can. You certainly don't run it with any baffle in it. So power-wise, that's been completely changed. I love the Power Commanders because you can tinker about with them and mess about with you know, the advance and the timing, adjusting the timing, and all the fuel in manually if you are brave enough to do it. Otherwise, you can just obviously download the maps and flash them onto the Power Commander, as you could have done with the original Brian itself. But yeah, this one's going back on the dyno in March. It's actually not chucking out the sort of horsepower that today's motorcycles produce, but it is well on the 170, 172 at the back wheel, according to the last dyno readout, and believe you me, you can't half feel it. Plus I've got everything set up rock hard, throw it this way. The handling is as tight as it can be with a ZX12. I've also got the Scott Olin's steering damper, as you can see down here centrally, which makes a lot of difference with the front end, especially under extreme acceleration. But also I have included got a speedo healer that it gives me the exact speedo readout, or the speed that I'm actually travelling at, which is handy around here because we've got so many bloody cameras. But they're not expensive, quite easy to fit as well, so that's all good. Also got the data tool digi reader, gear reader. There's a bike. I absolutely love it. In fact, to be honest with you, I love the fact that it is my style of bike. It is a motorcycle which you use is under your own personal input. I haven't got any electronic controls, obviously, which I prefer not to. I've been riding bikes since '82. I've never had any electronic controls, obviously. Certainly don't feel that I need them. As much as I don't knock them on the new bikes nowadays, I certainly don't feel I require them myself. Yeah, that's all good. It is down to me and what my right hand and my left hand and both my feet decide to do with this particular bike as to how my day turns out and my destination, which is what I love about this particular type of bike. It's a fantastic, powerful motorcycle, and a hell of a joy to ride, and to be quite honest with you, riding around little places like this, it's just as easy as and as much fun as hurtling down the road at stupid miles per hour. Got to be a little bit careful around here because the roads are still a little bit shitty, but to sum it up, really, I mean, I've got mates who've got some fantastic bikes, you know, really have got some fantastic machinery, you know, of all years of manufacture, all different types, styles, whatever. And I went to 2 or 3 motorcycle factors and had a, oh, Suffolk Andy, and had a good look around, and I can honestly say there's not one motorcycle at the moment that would wish me or push me to sell this particular bike. There's nothing out there, there's nothing that gives me that buzz at the moment like this ZX12R does. And as I said to my wife, I said, you know what, you know, I'm still young enough to enjoy this particular bike. I can still throw it about and still handle it. Roadkill? Not potentially, but I can still do everything pretty much that I've been doing over the last 20-30 years with motorcycles. And I've spoken about her coming out with me on the motorcycle, not this one in particular, because it's absolutely ridiculous. She's been, you know, it's got a tiny little perch on the back, as with most sports type bikes, and you know, in all honesty, she's 5'10", and she's bloody stupid. She'd be towering over me on the tail, and to be quite honest with you, she wouldn't be very comfortable. She's not got a particularly good bag anyway. In fact, I'd probably end up with a punch in her face, to be honest with you. So she suggested to me about, you know, she might be interested if I went down the cruiser route, and oh, maybe mind up where I'm going. Went down the cruiser route, you know, whether it be something like a big V twin, or, you know, more my cup of tea, to be honest, would be something like a Triumph, a Triumph Bonneville. Of sorts. I'd love an old Triumph, actually, an old T140, a little bit old school like that. Don't get me wrong, the new Triumphs are lovely and all that. I'm not going to go that particular route. No. Thruxton is a fantastic motorcycle. I wouldn't definitely say no to one of those, you know. But yeah, again, it's not that type of bike that my dear wife would enthuse about going on the back of. What she really wants is for me to go something like down the road of, say, Skeggy, you know, the big V-twin cruiser with a great big armchair type seats and all the luggage area for a fucking 3-week holiday in Tenerife, you know. But they're lovely bikes, sound fantastic, and, you know, there's just not my type of machine, so can't see me going down that particular route for a few years. But that's not to say that I never will. But yeah, but going back to this particular this particular bike, it's going nowhere. I just love this machine. So, sums it up really.